bloodlines of greatness, transcended through generations of high priests. The blood that runs through my veins was born to lead, so the shackled would be freed and the oppressor educated of the splendor he seeks to conquer, but undermines with his ignorance. But to you who cannot say my name, I remain your mahogany queen. Hello. Okay. I must admit I'm a bit nervous. I don't know why, but I am. I am woman in land of life-filled men with broken hearts, of struggling brothers in unwanting lands, of fathers begging confused mothers who bury their children in serpent wars, of dirty politicians promised to feed homeless poverty's hopeful heart as he walks past black BMW bulletproof tracks in gun-filled child warfare they never understood. I am woman while deadly virus creeps beneath orgasmic pleasures, culminating in unwanted babies of underdeveloped wombs who drank with fully committed, never will be heard family men, flashing maxed out credit cards to weeping wives, praying to a God who takes his time, because in time, this woman of Satan's playground will stand tall and speak his word. Okay, so this poem is called Heavy Souls in New Shoes. I took a few steps and soon learned that the walk through womanhood would leave me corned and blistered. That my shoes would drip and I would patch and they would break and I would limp. My heels would crack and my soles would wear thin and the road would be cruel. I learned that there is more gravel than there is tar falling on either hurts like hell. That stilettos sink in the grass and stuck in the mud, and even walking in wedges is difficult, and flat-foot, flat-footed, sneakers get pretty, and boots never quite fit my calves. I've learned that one must crawl before one walks, before one falls, before one starts all over again. I've learned that for every dance there are girls in youthful skirts exposing innocent sides to predator loins. These babies in guest knockoffs find themselves knocked up and blistered on gravel roads because level said that tits in Jersey are a bitch, hell tits period. Heavy with milk to feed suckling sugar daddies and their bastard babies that will in turn be tormented by perverted little boys. For every graceful stride I have seen, perhaps being post-puberty younglings throw caution into the wind and dance to intoxicating drums while telling virginal lies after being sold to 50-year-old kings. These not yet ladies in on-sale stilettos sailed through strangers' beds, found themselves with blistered hearts, passed out and plagued by could have, should have, would have, but have none. You see, their heels broken, the fall was hard. It forced faithful wives onto ARVs, breast bleeding, soon to be abandoned babies, and those who don't fall, they grow corns and green cross flags. They remain without child and fear their blistered wounds will bear damaged victims or heartless villains. So they take off their shoes, tiptoe around midlife insecurities and sneak into early graves, because shoes without feet grow cobwebs and rot barren death. But the saddest lesson learned is that there is no finish line. Though our strides remain hopeful, the horse hurt and the blisters spread. Our heels don't always walk on carpets and the tiles are always slippery. I've learned that the walk through womanhood is Cinderella praying, desperately hoping for Prince Charming to return her glass slipper. Okie dokie. Now, I'm going to give you guys a choice. I could either tell you about how I fell in love with an artist, or I can talk French. about it. Let's talk about fat chicks. Yeah, I said it. The F word. Let's talk about the meat in the room. Let's talk about how you're enticed by my asses at June, July, August, September is past you, or how you imagine you can lose yourself in my thighs. That warmth, that tenderness of home-grown, voluptuous pleasure. Tell me, don't let just fuck me, hold my hand in the dark, part my legs with the doors I love. Let's talk about how you want me to be your fat fuck, your lady love, big break, big mama, soft sister, plump crystal hell. Let's even talk about how I'm your full-figured fantasy, some passing craze, story to tell the boys. 50 things to do before you die. Fuck a fat woman. Yeah. Let's talk about how great it would be to dig into my tunnel as my kitty cat wakes your upstanding citizen until he erupts into rubbers of Winnetou. Bang, against the wall as you cushion by all that ass. So how about turning me inside out, legs wrapped around your shoulders, and from the edge of the bed, and my arms support your thrusting pelvis as bridges across the wall. Well, that's quite your thirst. Makes for a good experience. Now, let's talk about these things. Let's be open, and that's what you want me to be, open. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how fat chicks are insecure, right? Needy, clingy, need some kind of reaffirmation so you can come and go as you please. But I guess the other way around, but fuck and run, that's how I like it. No, tell me how you can use me, fuck me, then bruise me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk fat chicks. Let's talk sex. Right. And I'm going to tell you guys about a promise that was made and not kept. I love you. I promise. Please believe. Cross my heart and hope to die and stick a needle in more. I'll carve it out my chest. You're forever mine. On the porch, that's where I sit and wait for my best friend to come back. I sit and wait for tomorrow when, like yesterday, we play house under the street. I waited for my tomorrow, for promises made, nothing kept. I waited to see your face, hear it from you that there'd be no tomorrow, even though you promised, and I believed. You crossed your heart and you hoped to die, would even stick a needle in my eye. You carved it out my chest and me into a hopeful smile. And in my memory I brought you back, touched my belly and gave you life, and you came back to me, my love, and swore to me you'd never leave again. So I took you back. In my memory I made us a reality. You were to be mine for all eternity because you promised and I believed. You crossed your heart and you hoped to die, would even stick a needle in your eye. You carved it out your chest and me into a hopeful smile. And all day long I imagined us. I imagined you as me, and me just as we should be. You'd come back. The silence would end. You'd wrap your arms around me and be sorry tomorrow took so long. And they'd all be wrong, because we were meant to be, you and I. We were meant to be, you and me. Because you promised. You crossed your heart and you hoped to die. Would even stick a needle in your eye. You carved it out my chest and me into a hopeful smile. And then the sun went down and the sun came up and the sun went down and the rain began to fall. Come inside, you'll get sick. No, he's coming for me. Just wait and see. Maybe not today, but tomorrow then definitely. But you never came. even though you promised and I believed. You crossed your heart and you hoped to die. Would even stick a needle in your eye. You carved about my chest and me into a hopeful smile. I guess forever was just a lie.